multi-murder accused former police officer Rosemary Ndlovu has admitted making calls to the alleged hitmen Njabulo, Kunene and Lakhiwe, Mkhize. Ndlovu says the reason she called them was because they wanted her to take them to a traditional healer. Ndlovu is accused of hiring Kunene to kill her sister and her sister's 5 children and ordering Mkhize to kill her mother at a cost of 2,600 rand. Our reporter Linda Mnisi has been following that story and he joins us live. Linda, a very good afternoon to you. Today, the culmination, at least for now, of the Rosemary Ndlovu case. It did start in July, as it was mentioned. What were some of the key arguments and some of the key revelations that came out of her testimony today?
So you'll remember, Tammy, that the state was continuing, of course, with its cross-examination of Rosemary Ndlovu, really trying to get at least, her side of events in terms of what the evidence says or what the evidence that they have against her, and just getting her to respond to it. So today, of course, they've wrapped up that cross-examination, touching on a number of issues pertaining particularly to the charges that have been leveled against her. We've seen the state going through, her sister, Joyce Ndlovu, going through Zanele Mota, her family members, including her boyfriend, Morris Yingwani Mabasa. But today, of course, the state wrapping up their, cross-examination, touching a bit on a brilliant Mashego, who was the son of her late sister, Audrey Ndlovu, and particularly why, she traveled with Brilliant to Bushbuck Ridge. It's where she revealed that at the time of Brilliant's death, she may have had multiple relationships. You'll remember Brilliant died in 2018, and that was way after the passing of her boyfriend, Morris Mabasa. Now, she says she went to Bushbuck Ridge on 2 days. She went today and went tomorrow, to firstly go to Old Mutual, but she had also gone to a traditional healer, she says, where the traditional healer asked her to bring soil from her daughter's grave that would help with her own problems. And the following day, she says, well, she went back to Bushbuck Ridge because on that particular day she had an arrangement with her other boyfriend. At the time, she had met a new boyfriend. She was living with another boyfriend in Johannesburg, but I had another one in Bushbuck Ridge who was working as a delivery person. So he was traveling to Bushbuck Ridge, and they had arranged that they would be spending a night together and away from home because there is a boyfriend in Johannesburg. Now, how does this tie in to the murder? Now, Brilliant Mashego was last seen, of course, with Rosemary Ndlovu, later discovered murdered. So the state really trying to establish the traveling and why she would travel 5 hours to and back from Bushbuck Ridge on 2 occasions, on 2 similar days. The state even asking her at some point, she even took unpaid leave. Her responding and saying that, well, the reason why I took unpaid leave was because I wanted to attend Brilliant's funeral and I did not have any leave days left. Tammy?
What are we to be expecting then, Linda, on the 14th of October? Are there going to be any more witnesses, perhaps?
Well, the defense has at the moment said that it will not be cross-examining Rosemary Ndlovu, re-examining rather Rosemary Ndlovu, saying that it also will not be calling any more witnesses. You'll remember there is, of course, the only witness in this particular case being the mother of Rosemary Ndlovu, who came to testify in her daughter's defense, saying that at no point did she ever fear for her life. She's never had an encounter where someone came and asked for water. Now, this is in response to the fact that Rosemary Ndlovu hired Lakhiwe Mkhize, an alleged hitman, to take her mother out at the cost of 2,600 rand And in that particular context, then, her mother saying that there's never been that type of occasion. You'll remember the state had also wanted to call her brother, which is the last child in the family, Director Ndlovu, but, in a last-minute ditch, the defense going against that decision, saying that, well, they will not be calling him anymore. So at this point, it seems Rosemary has left it all to the court. I mean, if you watch the last part of those proceedings, when the state was putting to her that she killed all her family members, and particularly when it got to the issue around her boyfriend, Morris Mabasa, she says, well, I don't know that. I did not do that. Where is the evidence that supports that I killed this person? But if the court says that, then so be it. So essentially putting it to the court to say, well, that's what you're saying anyway, so let it be so.
And so we'll leave it at that for this afternoon. That's Linda Mnisi. He's been covering the Rosemary Ndlovu court case, which will reconvene on the 14th of October.